What's up, guys? This is Rixxalight signing and welcome to a one-off video, obviously because it is due round, I don't know, probably got week 2 maybe before, we've got 2 weeks maybe before we do episode 3 of The Wolf Among Us, but either way, so this game is, what we're playing today is called, the fuck is this game called? That's 7, that's 6. Oh yeah, I think I can do that one down there. Where is it? The 6. Okay, so this game is Dynasty Warriors 9 or Dynasty Warriors 9, depending where you're from. I prefer Dynasty because I'm a fucking weirdo. But this game came out a week ago and it's had a lot of bad publicity since it came out because open world and the voice acting and everything around it all came like all over the crap. Yeah, sure. See, but for me, I actually kind of prefer it like this in some cases. Not all the time, but I can appreciate it in a sense that I can play this a lot longer than most of the others, apart from Empires, because Empires is my bitch. I love Empires far too much. I'm doing pretty well in the game so far. Let me just find the fucking remote so I can turn this fucking thing down. Wherever it freaking gone, I don't know. Oh well, right. Ooh, did I do it? Did my horse thing? Nice. Fuck it, right, that's what I wanted to do. Okay, got the fucking horse now. Alright, I've been trying to do that for about a week. Jesus Christ, that's all I wanted to do. Now I can do what I really wanted to do now, which is fantastic. So basically, how this game differs from the previous Dynasty Warriors games is basically it's the exact same story as all the others. But instead of it having like a fixated map and just doing battlefields by one, what they've done for it now is made it more open world, so there's a lot more to do, so you're always doing something in the game, which is quite nice. So having it open world, obviously collecting the materials and all that shit, they tried to add like a lot of open world stuff into the game, and it kind of put people off about playing the game, to be honest. But for me, it's more like, well, there is 2 ways how to play the game. There's playing the game seriously, where you take your time in doing all you need to do and do all the side missions that you have to do. But other than that, you can the other way is just like you could literally just go to the boss and just take him out from there, and it'll be over in seconds. But because like with the Yellow Turban Rebellion, in the original games, even in Empires, it probably lasted like about 4 hours to do maybe. And so far, I've been playing this game for what, nearly 10, and I've nowhere near done the Yellow Rebellion. What the fuck is that in the sky? Okay, that's weird. Anyways, right, that mission's over. So here's our little mission tasks. So as you can see, of these that's blacked out, I can't do no more. Apart from I've got number 10 to do, and obviously there's like this level 1 because I'm way over leveled for it now, so I can easily do this anytime I want. But because I want to do all the missions before I actually easily freaking floor it, I've got like all these missions down here to do as well. So the next one should be a level 6 or a level 7. So here we go. It seems like it's more like, even though it may be open world, it's a lot like forgiving in where you need to go. Like say for example, some certain cases are not. To me, I don't like it to be open world in this game. I do like it as it is like this, like where you can move wherever you want to do, so you're not like forced to do things that you really shouldn't need to do. Yes, of course, I shall do that. Yep. Okay, because like seriously, I don't even need my horse, but this is probably the only game where I've actually used a horse. I'll show you the horse mechanics later for the guys who've not played this, because it's not a big one. It's not a good one. See, I've got auto run on now, and it doesn't divert. But what the game, basically, the tools that's in the game, people are judging it because it's like, oh, it's AI doing all this crap, and it's like, well, technically AI shouldn't be doing it. You should be doing all the crap yourself. So if someone's feeling cocky, like, oh, I could take down the leader right now, well, yeah, that's the point of open world, right? Yeah, if you can handle it on a higher difficulty, then sure, you could probably not do it, or you could probably do it if you're good at it. But like, for the people that aren't good at it, they're going to find it struggling because they have no idea what they're doing. So a lot of people are, I think, giving it hate because they don't know how the game works. But for me, I feel like I have a pretty good understanding. I can't really boast that I have a good understanding of it, though. I just know how the game plays and how it wants me to play, so I've understood all that as well. Like, you have a grappling hook where you can scale any wall in the game, but people have been using it to basically breach over walls and like easily get into a castle. It's like, well, I understand that you're doing that, but the game wants you to breach these castles properly. Like, there's a ballista or a barrack, like an archer's tower, which has got ladders that you have to climb up. Obviously, I use the grappling hook to get up to it because I can do. So I think the grappling hook is a weird little sentiment to have. Unless you really want to like rush into the game and like say, oh, like I have gone now with the yellow turban things, I could easily surpass it because I'm like way over leveled. So, which isn't really that bad. But apparently people are complaining about the combat too, which is a little bit antsy in my opinion, because obviously it's introduced new fighting styles and new different things. So people are like, oh, it's changed, blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, games have to change. It might change back to what it is, but I think open world should stay with us if people know how to play it. They're just judging it too much and not actually giving it time to develop in their brains, in my personal opinion. Like, I'm not mad. I'm not a massive fan over Dynasty Warriors. I'll play them if they're good, and that's about it. I played 3, I played 4, I played 5, I played 6. I've not played 7, but I have played 8. I play 8 religiously. I do play 8 quite a lot. And I have played 9 quite a while. Oh, obviously I played 9 for 10 hours since I've got it, which is obviously not a lot of time in like 2 weeks. So, you know, but I've got like, I'm not playing it. I'm not playing it like less and less because I don't like it. I'm just playing. I don't play it less and less because it's not a major game to finish on my list. Because I've got like all these achievements list that I want to try and crack down on. So, doing it is not really gonna fucking bother me, which is quite handy. But if I had to like say a few complaints about this game, I would say is the characters who you're fighting against should level up with you as well. Say for example, I'm fighting level 7s and I'm level 14. Maybe they should be like just a little bit under me or a little bit higher than me, just so I could give it like just some more different, like some more power or some more fighting and stuff, you know. So it just gives me more of a challenge, I guess. But it might change it for Wave 2. I don't know, because I know I watched my friend play this for about 4 hours and he just like bombed through like to mission 3 within the space of that time, because all he ever did was like, oh, I can just do this and then I've been beating the game apparently, which is like, well, that's not how the game works though. So I'm playing how the game wants me to play, which is I'm enjoying it this way. But a lot of people are trying to find all the flaws in the game by like, oh, I can break the game by doing this, I can break the game by doing that. Well, the game's not to be there to be broken. Obviously when the first update comes out, it might fix a lot of these problems. Like the problem that a lot of us are having at the moment is this, like, that's dead on him, I can't fucking aim for shit. But like, I don't know how to fucking use an arrow. I see the arrows like are not dead on his arrows, so you gotta like aim a little bit off to the right just to get it down. Which is, people are, I understand that one. The bow and arrow could use some work. The grappling could use some work. Probably leveling up when we level up would be a great idea as well. Saying that though, even it doesn't even do that in Kingdom Hearts, so that's just me being picky. So right, the next one should be a level 6. Wow, see, this is what I don't like as well. Like, you do side missions, and then more and more just keep on turning up more and more, which is like, I kind of don't want to do side missions all the time, so I might give myself like a limit to break out on, just to like pass it out a little bit more, so I don't have to like keep on doing the same shit over and over again. Because all these side missions are also doing the same thing. Kill these little units here, kill those units there. Like, see, obviously the secondary unit over here is obviously just out in the distance, chilling out over there, which is alright. But apparently what they're going to be doing is also releasing DLC for this game. And I like the fact that they're doing it. I don't mind that, but people, like my friend also is complaining that the DLC that's coming out is a weapons DLC, which is all the old weapons from Dynasty Warriors 8. Well, obviously, because like there's characters in here with one of my favourites, and he doesn't have his number 8 weapon, and I got really, really annoyed with it. It was like, that was a really good weapon, why get rid of it? And I was like, why would you do this? You're going back to their base weapons like they're supposed to have, kind of thing, but all these new characters have got nothing new. Like, who's new to 8, they haven't been introduced properly yet, so it's, why are you giving them crap weapons now, and why has everyone got like so many duplicate weapons? So I understand how that can be a little bit annoying. But the DLC is going to bring out, I think, their proper weapons, but people are going to be complaining because they have to pay for something what they've already had before, which is, some people are okay with it, some people don't. I understand it's like a money issue as well, like, oh, we're going to get money for this, but there was ways around it, and there's ways to do it and ways there isn't to do it, so it depends how you want to see it, to be honest. It really does depend how you want to see it, because for me, it doesn't really bother me, to be honest. See, there's a level 5 that wasn't here before, because I'm all the way in the mountains now. So even I don't get it. Like, there is a fast travel in the game. What I'm doing is not fast traveling. It is fast traveling in a sense, but I'm going to the location of a quest, which is, they should remove it in my opinion, because it's basically an exploit of one of the games, how I would like to play it, because it just gets me there easier. But I know why these are here, though. They're here to like level you up just in case you're not like at the level you need to be. But other than that, I'm actually like kind of locked on to what the game wants me to do. So it's, in my opinion, it's not the best because I like 8 empires too much. But if they do release a 9 empires, I will probably enjoy the fuck out of it because, well, I want to create my own custom character and see how it works in open world. But again, people don't like how they've approached the open world, and I can agree with that. I can really agree. You might hear, obviously, on the microphone's audio. In fact, let me just change that real quick. Because the audio is way too loud. Way, way, way too loud. There we go. That's better. That's better. So yeah. Like, a lot of the fans have been complaining because the open world's like, you've taken an open world element, put it into a game that's never been open world before, and I understand that they may not know how to do it. Like, some of the stops that they have to put in the open world system hasn't been put down or put into place, unless they have, but they've not worked properly. So the update, if they ever make one, might be a helpful one to give us some aid in what we need for that. So it might make it a little bit more better in the next update, but I need to take out those guys. I'm not taking out these guys yet. Also getting an achievement for taking out one of these, so I do need to do that as well. So that's going to also be good. Right, Wolf, a powerful enemy is nearby, be careful. Right, see, I've not done these yet, so I've not seen these, so I'm glad I have, because they are part of what I want to kill. They're not that strong, though, so level 15s. See, this is what I want to see, more of these, right? I think the powerful enemies are... Oh, wow. Okay, that's the thing that happens. Oh, strength build. Okay. Right, so I've not actually, like, fought these before, so... Oh, wow, they've got fucking stronger all of a sudden. Alright, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. Okay, they are very strong, actually, so this is going to be my downfall, probably. If I knew how to fight them in this freaking instance, that'd be great. But I don't know how to fight them like this, so... That's good. I defeated a powerful enemy. Good. And I died. So that just goes to show you, you see? Like, fighting level 15 enemies that are stronger than me just literally absolutely fucking annihilated me. But I got my achievement, so that's all I care about. Right. Did I do this mission then? Okay. Unless is it not there. Now you see I've got all these gone. Got level 6 here now, so... Now you see why all these things are here now, so... It does want... I think the game is trying to wants you to explore the world a little bit, but for me, I'm not really into, like... I don't mind open worlds, I don't mind collecting all the collectibles in the game that I have to do. But... in another sense, it was more like, well... It's like this up here, I can grapple hook it, instead of like jumping up on top of it, which I could easily do by the ladder. So they put ladders in the game for you to climb up, but you've got a grappling hook, which they might remove because no one's really using them. Or everyone's using them over... Yeah, sure. They're using it too much in my opinion, so... Other than that though, the game, in my opinion, is really, really good. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I don't want to like be a little bit mincy prick and say, oh, this is wrong, that's wrong, because I've not really found much problems with it. I have judged it against the last Dynasty Warriors game, which is, to me, it's the same kind of combat. They've added new things to it, so it's not really bothered me as such. So I'm okay with it, you know. Other people might not be, which that's perfectly fine by me. Obviously, yeah, the voice acting is pretty bad if you're watching the English dub. And, well, you know. See, it's one of those things that's like, oh my god, your acting's so awful. It's like, well, if... I've suffered with bad acting before. There's still a good... There's like... Game can still be good without bad voice... with bad voice acting. Like, for example, the first ever PS1 games, they had really awful voice acting, but they were still good games. Like, the last game I played that had really bad voice acting was Blades of Time. Some of the voice acting is really mellow, like, really bland and dry in how they're saying things. Same with some of these things. Well, I guess, blah blah blah. So, they're not having no emotion when they speak. So it's kind of like defeating the object of what needs to be going around, I guess. So, I don't fuck it. But, you know, I can't really judge a game just by voice acting alone. Yeah, it's one of the elements it can have. But it's not one of the things I would judge it on mainly. Like, a lot of people would say the graphics as well, this is like... Which is why a lot of people hated Evil Within 2. Like my friend, when he reviews a game, I'm not really fond of how he reviews them. Because I know how reviewers do it. I've had to do a reviewing... Like, when I did like, a course in media. And one of the things is to review 2 different types of video games. And it showed you by the graphics quality and all this quality and replay capabilities. And all that stuff. So, when people judge a game... And if it's not got good graphics or good quality in gameplay, like say, for example, if something's fucking broken, they don't really let it slide easily, to be honest. So, okay, level 9, I think it were. I'm actually getting into the good stuff. So, like, so for example, if the game gets really slow and laggy when you're using your sword, they're like, right, that's a problem. You're not doing this correctly. This is crap. And they do it by length as well. Like, for example, when Silent Hill Downpour came out, people didn't like it. Like, the reviews were bad. Because the graphics were trying to push too hard to be HD. So they're trying to, like, break beyond their HD capabilities of the Xbox 360. So that got slandered of down. Oh, shit. I didn't want to fucking cancel that. Yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Alright, where are these? They're over there. And, I remembered it being some laggy. Sometimes it did glitch out as well, which people did complain about as well. So it's like, okay, you can't really fault a game that bad. I judge a game mainly by the story and by the gameplay elements. If it's laggy, it doesn't bother me. As I know games do have problems sometimes running a hell of a lot of power at once, so... I can handle it. I can let it slide by. I do agree with what people say, though. The Muso in this game has really been... There's no use for it at all. Like, all your powers are in here. Like, but my friend said, like, with the combos in the game, they're like... If you don't know what you're doing, like, the combos happen themselves anyway. It's like, well, I've not noticed that yet. So, he's trying to do something that some things can't do, but I don't like how people review games. Like I was saying with that Silent Hill Downpour, it can be, apparently they marked it down that it can be beaten within 4 hours, and like, I do agree it can, but for the first time running, 4 hours is really not enough. Like, you cannot beat a game in 4 hours if you know what you're doing. So it feels like they rushed the review or rushed the game just to try and get a review out. Which is like, that's great, but when they gave Call of Duty, it was like, I think they gave it like 4 in the end. But with Call of Duty, they gave like a 10 because it's like got countless of gameplay. Like, hours in gameplay, it's got okay graphics, I guess. It's like, oh, it's swift and smooth and movement. It's like, well, now you're judging a game basically what's been in making for like God knows fucking years. So, judging it on that, I'm not really going to let that abide, to be honest. As you can see with this one, this is where the gameplay element really breaks out of it because I can't really go to where I want to go to. What the fuck is this? There's like a yellow mark on my top of my screen. I don't want to know what it is. A base? Because I need to get bases. What the fuck is this? I've not seen this before. Do I break? Do I lift? Do I climb? I climbed in it. Oh, there you go. Well, that's one way to break it open. Oh, sweet! Well, I couldn't use my sword for some unknown reason. I don't know why. Alright. So to use my sword, I had to charge a weapon? Alright. I don't know how this game works in the worldwide thingy-mabobby of stuff. But either way, let's move on. See, now it wants me to go down to the path, but it wants you to use auto-run when either you're too busy to do something, or so you have like more stability when you're moving in the game. Which is, yeah, I understand that, but why would you do that, I guess? So I just don't know. I feel like people are giving it a lot of hate just for the sake of giving a lot of hate. Like, if one person reviews it bad, then a lot of others would review it bad too. Which is not a good thing, in my opinion. Really not. Like, if you want to judge a game, bite yourself because of other people's opinions. I say if something like this cape flap, someone might not be happy with it, or it's not going to the match of speed, they'll mark it down and like, and just by judge someone's opinion. But to me, it doesn't really bother me. So I don't know how to review a game. I do know how to. It's just when other people do it, I don't think they're doing it correctly, and they're giving it a lot of bad press just for the sake of giving it bad press, and it insults me to an extent, because some games can be really, really good and also be really, really bad. Like, obviously, like when DMC Devil May Cry came out, a lot of people were saying, like, all the reviewers say, oh, it's a really, really good game. It's like, it's the best one in the series. It's like, well, it's not part of the series, considering it's not linked to the other 4 Devil May Cry games, and it's completely changed in everything I want, or what I like. So, for me, when I played it just the little amount of times I played it, I was really, really against it. I hated everything about it. Because, like, this is not Devil May Cry to me. This is not... You cannot call this a Devil May Cry game when you've changed everything about it. But they haven't changed everything about this, so I can still call it a Dynasty Warriors game, which is where I get super salty about games when they've changed everything about it, because it really fucking frustrates me to the bone. Okay, let's see if we can open this one. I held square last time, so... I don't know how this worked. What if I go to these guys? Come on, sirs, I need you. Thank you. Thank you, because I want to break open this pot. So, for you letting me have your sword, I appreciate it. Okay, come on, horse. Excuse me, horse, thank you. Alright, so yeah, that's basically what all my opinions are of this game anyway. I like it. I can play it a lot longer than what the game wants me to play it as, and all that stuff as well. And stuff, so I'm going to end it on an Assassin's Creed Leap of Faith, if you want to call it that. And then we'll end the video, because, well, I do like the game. I would play this a lot longer. I do understand how the game works. So, I understand what the game I understand how the game wants me to play it. So I could use the ladders, but the grappling hook is basically probably there for that cause. Just to climb ladders faster, I guess. That's what I would suggest they use it for, if anything. So all that information, that's all mine to now behold. Which is fantastic. But anyway, I'm going to leave that there for today with Dynasty Warriors. Now, we're not going to be doing any more of this, obviously. Next week might be a Blood and Bacon episode. It may not be. I'm not 100% sure yet of what it will be. But it'll surprise you. It'll surprise you. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there for today. And I'm going to leave you with A Little Faster by Therefore Tomorrow. Enjoy.
You always keep your way. Show me what you're after. I thought you promised me the world. Tell me what you're after. Don't wanna take it way too far. 'Cause here we are, waiting once again. You say you always keep your way.